Hi everybody, welcome to another video. So very happy to be here with you guys. I'm so glad you're able to make it. I have you and I have my Yeti. Yeti. In this video today, we are going to talk about something that's near and dear to my heart. It's a show and tell of a hobby that I have. Let me briefly tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Tammy, and I have started this channel of ASMR, Fascination. I am a holistic healer, relaxation specialist, detoxification specialist, and I do a lot of things with herbs. Herbs, not the kind that you smoke. No. Not that kind. The kind that helps you to heal within. So in this video today, I am going to share with you my herb book, and we're going to talk about a couple herbs. This is my herb encyclopedia, the little herb encyclopedia. It's a nice thick book with a plastic spiral spine. And it's a nice thick book. Look how thick that is. Like that. This book has thousands of different type of herbs. As an example, they talk about individual herbs. They talk about mushrooms, different type of mushrooms like Reiki, Sakai mushrooms, things like that. Herbal combinations, liquid herbal extracts. They also talk about Chinese herbal combinations, infant care, herbs for children, single Chinese herbs. You know, the Chinese are very, very well known for herbal healing and herbal remedies. So, I'm partially interested in that, but I'm just interested in herbs as a whole. What I love about this book is they will tell you about the herb, then they'll tell you about the parts that are used of the herb, then the actions of the herb, what it does, organs that are affected, and some of the benefits of each herb. So this is my little herb book that I refer to when I'm doing consultations and when I'm talking with my clients about things. I always encourage people to do the best they can to stay away from pharmaceutical medications, because I have a belief that pharmaceutical medications help people stay sick. It may relieve the pain for only a moment, but once the pain comes back, you are still sick. Pharmacists only treat, they never cure. Remember that. You don't want just the treatment. You want the treatment followed up with the cure. Cure. let's talk about some herbs. Let me show you some of the herbs that I have for you. I have a treat. One herb. I want this book so we can talk about them. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you an herb. The herb that we're going to talk about now is going to be fennel seeds. I'm going to tell you what I do with fennel seeds. Okay? I buy my herbs from a store while I was in Wisconsin called Planet Earth Health Center. That's their phone number if you ever want to order their herbs. This package here is a 0.95, it's actually 0.14 pounds, very small, but look how much you get in the package. And I'm going to show you what fennel seeds really look like. They have a very small seed consistency. Look, that looks like that. Do you see that? Fennel seeds. Are you interested in knowing what fennel seed benefits provide to our bodies? I know that you are. I'm excited too. So let's find fennel. That's Funugreek. I have two herbs that we're going to talk about today from let's start with F. Well, we're going to find fennel first. Fever. Hold on 1 second. And let me find fennel. Fennel. I found it, guys. Fennel. I underline it's an anti-inflammatory. That's one of the things that attracted me to it. But it has so many more benefits, so let me show you. It has it's an antacid properties, antimicrobial, anti-inflammatory, antiseptic. It's expectorant. It's a laxative, a heptic, parasite, meaning it helps to rid your body of parasites. It's a stimulant, and it can be used as a tonic. The fennel seed is very good for your spleen, your stomach, your liver, and your kidneys. And then some of the benefits for fennel are fennel tea is used as a gargle and a breath freshener. Fennel can be taken to expel worms, parasites from your system. A fennel poultice reduces inflammation, relieving swelling. Phenols also reduce kidney and bladder problems and promoting more normal bowel function. Fennel helps in weight reduction. It helps in curbing the appetite and alleviating hunger pains. Now, I didn't know that about this. I need to use a fennel. Again, fennel. It says that right there. Uses for fennel. You'll see it for yourself. Fennel helps in weight reduction by curbing the appetite and alleviating hunger pains. I like that. The beneficial herb enriches the quality and quantity and quality of mother's milk, which carries over and helps with colic in babies. It is also excellent for children to take. Very nice. That's our friend. I bought the whole fennel seeds because I grind them up to make a powder, and I make a tea out of those. Okay, so the next herb we'll talk about today. They have a lot of herbs here today. A whole bag. But we're not going to go through the whole bag, guys. We're just going to do 2 herbs today because I want to see how this video goes. Alright. The second herb that we have today is Funugreek seed. And I bought this at 0.25 pounds. I only bought a little bit. I don't need much. Funugreek by Planet Earth. I also got these in Wisconsin. And this is what the Funugreek seed looks like. I make teas out of these. I don't even grind them up smaller than this. Sometimes people grind them up much smaller than this. They're hard little grains. You know, they used to use this as a type of a light coffee years and years ago. I read about it. And yes, let's talk about some of the health benefits of the Funugreek seeds. Okay, back to the book. A little herb encyclopedia. That's why I love this thing. So Funugreek, actually, right next to Fennel. Funugreek, sorry guys. Funugreek. Its parts are used seeds. It helps the organs, liver, and the kidney. That's why I love this. Let's see what it does for the liver and the kidney. Let's see. You know what I want to do? I'm going to put on my glasses to pretend like I am a librarian. How's that? How does that look? Do I look distinguished? Do I look smart? I am smart. Okay, all right. So Funugreek, let's see. I can actually see a little better. The actions for the Funugreek. It is an anti-inflammatory as well, aromatic, astringent, carminative, a demulcent, an emollient, an expectorant, a laxative, nutritive. It's a pesticide, a stimulant. It can be used as a tonic for the digestive system. It can promote milk flow in pregnant mothers, lowers blood sugar levels. The organs affected are the liver and the kidney, like I said before. All that stuff is right here, guys. All that stuff that I read was right there. Then, here are some of the benefits of Funugreek. I was interested in Funugreek in the beginning because I had this terrible cold and I kept coughing and I couldn't. I was congested and I couldn't cough up any mucus or phlegm. No, that sounds gross, but it actually isn't. It's a human function that we need to talk about, guys, because if you have a cold and you have congestion in your chest, in your sinuses, in your nose, then you need to make sure that you get rid of that. And herbs can help you to get rid of that. And Funugreek was one of the herbs that helped me. So what it does is it breaks up the mucus. If it's a hard, stagnated cough, that means you have hard mucus in your chest that needs to be broken up and expelled out, meaning spit it out, cough it out. Just get rid of it, because your body needs to extract that so that it can get better and get healthy, like oxygen and things. When you have a lot of phlegm, you block oxygen flow to your lungs and your heart and your brain. Of course, every part of us needs fresh air. Okay. So let's kind of wrap this up. And Funugreek is a native plant throughout the Mediterranean region, in South Asia, and in North Horn of Africa. Funugreek was used by Hippocrates 460 BC to 370 BC, before Christ. Some people used to roast the seeds to make a sort of coffee. Remember, I was telling you guys that. That's where I read it. It's been used by the Native Americans as a medicine. Eating the seeds treats an inflamed gastrointestinal system. Funugreek seeds, pollux, are used to draw out boils, inflammation, and treat wounds. Funugreek, in lieu of all its other major components, is a mucus dissolver also. Yes, it is. I'm back. Hi, guys. I'm going to scoot up a little closer to you. There. Oh, gosh. That's so much more comfortable. Okay, so in the last video, we talked about a couple herbs. We talked about fennel seed and Funugreek. Funugreek. You like that word? Funugreek. So, I'd like to talk about another herb. I'm going to dig into my herb bag and see what we come up with today. This is a bag where I keep a Ziploc bag where I keep all my loose herbs. I actually am in the process of transferring my herbs into smaller bottles, and I want to go to IKEA so I can have my herbs displayed in my kitchen and use them when it's time to use them, instead of having them all in a bag like this. But I do enjoy the tinkle of the crinkle. Okay, so let's open it up. And what do we pick out today? Oh, this is a treat. This is a treat. I'm going to share. This is one of my favorite herbs. This is actually an herb that I've used before I actually knew the power of herbs. This herb is called rhubarb root. Rhubarb root is an actual natural laxative. That's what rhubarb root sounds like in my bag. This is what it looks like. Well, actually, it's a root that's been graded. So we've graded it down to be very, very fine. They come in big roots, about that big. And then you can chop them down to small. But we put these in a coffee grinder. And I'm going to tell you guys what benefits we can receive from rhubarb root. Okay? As soon as I'm finished getting my tingles. I love it. Okay, so let's find rhubarb root in the little encyclopedia. Rhubarb root. We gotta put on our glasses. I was thinking about doing this as a playlist because I have so many herbs to share with you guys. This is awesome. This is awesome. I could do this with you guys. Absolutely. I'll start a playlist. So far, this is the third herb that I'm sharing with you guys. And I will start a playlist. How's that? Okay. Rhubarb. We're going to find that. These are listed alphabetically. So it's easy to find the herb that you're trying to research. Here we go, guys. Rhubarb. Rhubarb root. Rhubarb, Chinese. It's rhubarb, turkey rhubarb, high-dried rhubarb, de hong. Those are some of the other names that they're known for. Parts that are used is the root, of course. Of course, it looks like this. And the organs that it affects are the spleen, the liver, and the what? You guys are going to have to help me pronounce that. I hate to splice up words. I know. Pericardium. Pericardium. I'll get on Google and I'll get the correct pronunciation. This herb is a laxative in nature. Like I was saying, you guys, I know my herbs, baby. I'm going to tell you, this will make you poo beyond poo. But that's a normal function and is actually healthy for you. If you're not having bowel movements, you need to do something. I would much rather for you guys to use a natural herb than to go to the store and use the herbs from the pharmacist. Don't do it. Those herbs have other chemicals in there that are not good for you, that the body would have to process. So while your body's purging, you don't want to put other toxins in it. It just makes a harder job for your body. So be sure to use natural laxatives. If you have any questions about natural laxatives, I'll be more than happy to answer those for you. More about turkey rhubarb. It is not to be taken alone during pregnancy as it causes cramping and stomach gripping. It can be very strong, so you guys have to make sure that you are careful. In the beginning use of turkey rhubarb, I would use way too much, and it would cause like major cramps. I mean, worse cramps than PMS, like bent over fetal position cramps. Wasn't pretty, but I had to learn, and that's the way that you learn, of course, by listening to others and by experiencing some things. So as an example, if you were to be using this, if I were to give you this to help you to for your constipation or anything, I would only use like a teaspoon of this, and the teaspoon of that would only be about, like, let's say if it's in this bag, a teaspoon would only be about this much. That's it. I wouldn't put you on any more than that. Also, rhubarb. Not a whole lot about it. I could just read the whole thing. Okay, let's do it. Only 9 minutes in. Rhubarb was imported from Europe to treat constipation, where its use as a laxative was the standard. So they standardly used it. Experience taught that due to rhubarb's powerful action as a laxative, the amounts used should be carefully monitored and avoided by those with old intestinal problems such as colitis or IBS. In China, it is the root known as de hong, which means big yellow, which is the color of rhubarb's tinctures and dectorants. The type of rhubarb should not be confused with garden rhubarb. Chinese rhubarb has a dual action of laxative and astringent. First, the laxative action cleans the bowels of debris, and following with astringency, there is an antiseptic action that takes place while using the rhubarb root. In small doses, it helps strengthen the liver. Rhubarb's effectiveness is controlled by the amount taken. When taken in small doses, it has a tonic effect as a blood builder and blood cleanser. Rhubarb can be used as a treatment for chronic blood diseases. It increases salivary and gastric flow, improves appetite, and cleanses the liver by encouraging bile flow. In large doses, rhubarb can be used for emptying the bowels thoroughly. Rhubarb supports the colon as a laxative in constipation and as an astringent in case of diarrhea. It should be avoided with colitis because of the powerful laxative action. With that expectation in mind, it is beneficial in cases of ideal colitis disorders of the colon and of the spleen and liver. It increases bile production and encourages gallbladder function. Use can prevent and help remedy hemorrhoids. It can help with hemorrhoids. Wow. Chinese rhubarb can be used internally and not on a continual use basis, as it becomes a necessity for proper bowel function, and this should be avoided. So what they're actually saying is, sometimes we overdo things and we use things a little too much, and it can be more of a habit to use it. Well, don't use rhubarb in that way, because it can start causing your bowels to depend on the rhubarb root to use the bathroom. You want to be able to use the bathroom on your own and not have to use an aid. Herbs are here to help you get through a thing, not to actually support you through your life, And even when they were talking about using it in small doses, even smaller than a teaspoon, just making sure that you're just getting some of it in your system, because it helps to strengthen the liver, which is, I didn't really know that about that. I just knew that it was used as a laxative. But now I know. I use it myself, but now I know while I'm using it, my liver is going to be strengthened as well. I hope that you like this video. Please give me a thumbs up. And make sure you subscribe. I have new videos every week. Know that I love you guys. Know that I care. I care so much about you. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.